Hello explorers. So in this video we're going to discuss, can AI become better than humans? Well, the answer to this is very straightforward. I don't know why people tend to twist, bend and make such a simple thing so much complicated. I can go ahead and eject one-liner answer and end this video here right away. But you know what? I will not do so because I have some responsibilities towards my viewers, and the tagline of Astro Destroyer says, keep exploring. I will not provide a straightforward response to your question as I always do. Rather, what I can do is to equip you with the points and the hints, and you can do your due diligence by connecting the dots and whatever is necessary to arrive at the singular conclusion. After saying so, I want to share one very famous quote of Albert Einstein, which is, education is not the learning of facts but the training of the mind to think. So you can understand, right, that before you judge someone or even judge me after watching this video, make sure to think very deeply and reasonably about what I am going to say right now, and then only you can arrive at your final conclusion. I am sure that you would be able to meet me at the bright end of the tunnel, okay? So that's a lot of blabbering I have done there. So now without any further ado, let's start the video. Can AI become better than humans? This question has been haunting many people since the very concept of artificial intelligence came into existence. Be it AI snatching away software engineering jobs or AI going evil to annihilate humanity and starting their new era. Humans have been wrecking their brains into coming up with all kinds of crazy ass conspiracy theories. But there's far more to it than what it seems to be and what meets the eye. I will tell you in a bit. So sit tight. Before going into the debate, let us try to look at this objectively. Humans created machines to make their life easier and to reduce human effort. Be it the invention of the wheel or a spaceship, the main target has always been to automate stuffs, sometimes in an obvious way and at the other times in a not so obvious way. But in either of these ways, they have tried to mimic stuffs which they have already encountered or seen at some point in their lives. Hence, we can say that there isn't anything such as out of the box idea. Since the inception of the human timeline, humans have been creating more and more inferior copies of themselves in some way or the other. Believe it or not, whether it's Elon Musk's Neuralink or a second grader's baking soda volcano in his or her science fair project, it's all created by keeping real world thoughts in mind. But no matter with whatever thought something is created by a human, it can never be better than the superior and the original copy of that thing, which occurs naturally. This is because in order to create a copy of something, you have to know everything about that thing, let alone creating its superior twin. This is the barrier which humans struggle to overcome because they themselves don't know what they are creating. I know this sounds stupid and funny at the same time, but it is what it is. Now let's see another aspect. What makes humans so very different from the other animals, let alone the non-living things? It is conscience. The ability to understand what is inherently wrong and what is inherently right by virtue of one's intuition. When some miscreant is committing any crime, he or she knows very well that he or she is doing the wrong stuff, but he or she still continues to do so due to ignorance and malice. At every stage, one has the power to exercise one's free will and choose either the good or the bad. It all boils down to the choices made. How accurate and intricate the progression of choices made ultimately decides the superiority or inferiority of that being. One point to note here is that superiority doesn't mean dominating other beings or creating state of the art infrastructure or traveling thousands of miles in few seconds. In fact, being superior means nothing of what you can think of. It's something very different than what you can even imagine. In fact, you can't even fathom what it means because even the creators of that word have a vague understanding of it. But in my understanding, if I had to say what I mean by superiority, I would say to have an elevated viewpoint and a godly way of perceiving and doing things. So at any point of time, if the complicated and intricate network of the conditions even minutely tilts towards the inferior bulk, then it can lead to the inception of a perpetual cycle of decline, decay and an affinity towards vileness. That is when things start to become filthy and everything starts to fall off and gets reduced to debris and rubbles. Let me touch yet another aspect of the general discussion. There is a quote by Daniel Boorstin which goes like, the greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, rather it is the illusion of knowledge, which means that having a fair or incomplete understanding of something is more dangerous than not knowing anything about it at all. This, according to me, is the single most and the most priceless piece of advice which I have come across the web so far. We humans are so foolish and ignorant, but still have a zeal to create something extraordinary. So much so that we want to create our own copies in the form of sentient androids, which are even superior to ourselves. The thought in itself is derogatory, and doesn't have any inherent meaning associated to it. If thought about deeply, humans can't even create blood. After so many years of extensive research, or able to come up with a full-fledged solution for cancer treatment. And also, there they are trying to make superior copies of themselves. Such an idiotic and half-witted joke. Ha ha ha. I really wanna mention another quote of Albert Einstein, which is two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Indeed, he was so much right in saying so. There really isn't any end to human stupidity. In that case, we can rephrase it and say that artificial intelligence doesn't stand a chance before natural stupidity. Okay, so I guess I covered a lot of things which might have made you a little wiser than before watching this video. I'm also confident that you have got all your answers, but still let me adjudge the final verdict myself. Can AI become better than humans? The answer to this is a resounding no. The creation can never become superior to its creator, just as the humans are inferior to God. Okay, so that's all for this video guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really enjoyed it, then don't forget to like and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel if you wanna get more content like this. So now signing off, meet you in the next video. Stay safe, stay aware, and keep exploring.
Lit.